We are now entering a period of incredible ironies. Let us cite but one of these ironies, which is yet in its subtle stages. We will see in our time a maximum effort made to establish irreligion as the state religion. It is actually a new form of paganism, which uses the carefully preserved and cultivated freedoms of Western civilization to shrink freedom, even as it rejects the value essence of our rich Judeo-Christian heritage. Your discipleship may see the time come when religious convictions are heavily discounted. A religious conviction is now a second-class conviction, expected to step deferentially to the back of the secular bus and not to get uppity about it. This new irreligious imperialism seeks to disallow certain of people's opinions simply because those opinions grow out of religious convictions. Resistance to abortion will be seen as primitive. Concern over the institution of the family will be viewed as untrendy and unenlightened. In its mildest form, irreligion will merely be condescending towards those who hold to traditional Judeo-Christian values. In its more harsh forms, as is always the case with those whose dogmatism is blinding, the secular church will do what it can to nullify the opinions of those who still worry over standards such as those in the Ten Commandments. If people, however, are not permitted to advocate, to assert, and to bring to bear in every legitimate way the opinions and views they hold, which grow out of their religious convictions, what manner of men and women would we be anyway? Our founding fathers did not wish to have a state church established, nor to have a particular religion favored by government. They wanted religion to be free to make its own way. But neither did they intend to have irreligion made into a favored state church. Notice the terrible irony if this trend were to continue. When the secular church goes after its heretics, where are the sanctuaries? To what landfalls and Plymouth Rocks can future pilgrims go? If we let come into being a secular church, which is shorn of traditional and divine values, where shall we go for inspiration in the crises of tomorrow? Can we appeal to the rightness of a specific regulation to sustain us in our hours of need? Will we be able to seek shelter under a First Amendment, which by then may have been twisted to favor irreligion? Will we be able to rely for counterforce on value education in school systems which are increasingly secularized? And if our governments and schools were to fail us, would we be able to fall back upon the institution of the family when so many secular movements seek to shred it? Remember, we are, as Nephi and Jacob said, to learn to endure the crosses of the world and yet to despise the shame of it. To go on clinging to the iron rod in spite of the mockery and scorn that flow at us from the multitudes in that great and spacious building seen by Father Lehi, which is the pride of the world, is to disregard the shame of the world. Parenthetically, why, really why, do the disbelievers who line that spacious building watch so intently what the believers are doing? Surely there must be other things for the scorners to do, unless deep within their seeming disinterests there is interest. Before the ultimate victory of the forces of righteousness, some skirmishes will be lost, but others will step forward, having been rallied to rightness by what we do. We will know the joy on occasion of having awakened a slumbering majority of the decent people of all races and creeds, a majority which was till then unconscious of itself.